All right, testing. Yep, there we go. All right, good morning, good morning. So today it's going to be an interesting day. I think it's going to be a Freaky Friday. Um, I saw the news about Trump and things like that, and I'm thinking today is going to be a Freaky Friday with DJT. Um, Looking over here on my scan, I'm gonna go ahead and put DJT up here. I also ended up recustomizing my scanners. So basically, I have a scanner for small caps, mid caps, and large caps. And then I have a scanner that covers the top 50. What's up, Mr. Caramel? What up? What up? So we're right now looking at DJT. Well, first of all, we're looking at the scans to see what the scanners are bringing up. These other ones, the large cap scanner, mid cap, and small cap, they don't start calculating until after the open. They have a couple of values that they're going to go out and look for and drag in some potential victims, potential stocks that we can get into and make some money on. But going on the most current news and the news that's been circulating with Donald Trump and things like that, DJT is definitely up there on the watch list, and it is in the top 50 on the day for top volume. So definitely making its way into the scene. It's right now up 6%. But remember, it is a mid cap, so it doesn't have to be like a crazy, amount up like a small cap. But it's only up 6%, but I think it has the potential to give us pretty good range. The ATR value on this one for today is $4.36. I'm probably going to be using the 25% trailing stop on that one. Basically, all you do is take that ATR, $4.36, multiplied by 25, and that's what your trailing stop would be to exit the trade if it stops you out. If it wants to keep going, cool. You just continue to move it until you capture the full ATR. With the 25% trailing stop, you only have 4 moves. So you move it to the first stop, to the second stop, third, fourth, and then you capture the whole ATR, $4.36. And so it kind of helps you lock in that profit as you move up. Anyway, looking back or looking down, we saw SMMT pop up yesterday at the very end of the day, popped up to like $12, but ended up crashing down. We can look at that one on the charts, but it's probably not. It was a Chinese popper that just pretty much took people's money and went back down. Dell was another one we saw from yesterday. Big crashes. It was up at almost, well, it was at 180 and fell all the way back down, $40 per share. And so that's why we kind of like to day trade these. Take the news to the front side and then be out, because you never know going into the aftermarket. Even with these large caps and higher or the more stable stocks that should be stable, right? But anyway, jumping up here, let's see. So basically what I'm looking for is stocks that are up 2% and above to kind of keep my eye on. Nvidia was one that took a fall yesterday, but ended up popping up here. So we'll throw that one up there, and then DJT, and then I don't know what CISS is. It looks like a small cap, and it looks like a lower float. It's $1.90 right now. And then we have GPS up 25%, which is Gap. And then we have DHAC. Now, I believe that DHAC is going to throw some people off because it looks a lot like DWAC. DWAC was the Trump mobile app. DHAC is something totally different. It's like a healthcare whatever. So I don't really think it's going to be that great. We can look into the news, but these are the top, just looking at the top volume 50. These are the top that we're pulling off. To look at the catalyst real quick, DJT, we'll look at SMT. That's not one that I'm looking to trade though. And then these other ones. So let's jump over to the other screen, to the main screen, and let's pull down our browser. All right, so the first one, DJT. Look at the press releases. Remember, I don't really mess with the news because anybody can put news out. I want to see what the company is actually putting out, and the company has qualified as its own news. So Let's go to press releases. Apply. Last press release that was released for this one was on May 20th. But we know Donald Trump, that whole lawsuit thing is a press release inside itself. So that's what we're really interested in on today. Not really what is here. SMMT. And we'll also go to the other website and check out the floats on these as well. SSMT. Did it come out with more news? Press release, apply. Okay, so May 1st was this last news report. Summit Therapeutics reports financial results and operation progress from first quarter ended March. And basically it's just earnings. Don't really see too much. They appointed a doctor, renowned executive, genomicist. Oh my gosh, I almost broke my tongue. All right, let's look at DHAC, which is the false DWAC. Digital Health Acquisitions Corp is the name of. Oh, I went to the wrong thing. Press release, apply. Oh. Well. Where is my? There we go. All right, now press releases. Digital Health Acquisition announces listing transfer to the NASDAQ Capital Market. And that news, the last press release released for it was October 27, 2023. So it has not had many press releases at all. And that's why I think it's a trap. I really don't like it. NVIDIA is the next one. And the site that I'm using for this is NASDAQ.com. Why are you taking me there? Press releases. NVIDIA announces, and this is on May 23rd. This was a couple of days ago. Announces upcoming event for financial community. I don't know what that entails. Maybe some financial revelations or things like that. NVIDIA announces financial results. NVIDIA Grace Hopper ignites a new era of AI supercomputing. We had already seen that news. That was the big move the first time. So we already know that has already had time to play, but that doesn't mean that it's over with. It's just more and more good news coming on it. GPS is the next one. Gap. And what we want to do is identify what has catalysts on the day. You know, what has a reason to move on a Friday. That is a natural sellout day. Why do I keep doing that, dude? GPS, press release. All right, so May 22nd, Better Investment Magazine update on FedEx and Gap. And then Spot On releases new Omni Edition GPS collar for dogs. Gap Inc. announces second quarter dividend. So this is a dividend stock. And then Gap Inc. creative director Zach Posen unveils a custom Gap gown for Divine. I don't even know if I said that right. Divine Joy Randolph at the Meet Gala. Okay. I don't really care. All right, so I think the top thing that I'm going to be watching is DJT. We'll go and look at the floats for these as well, though. Go finance, DJT. All right, Trump Media and Technology Group. Statistics. Let's go. The float is 46.32 million. That is a lot lower than I thought with the market cap. It is a mid cap mover. And yeah, that's a lot lower float than I thought. So it could get quite interesting. Looking at the insider holding, we got 75% insider holding. So if the insiders get emotional, this thing can get real crazy. And that's what we're looking for, is a opportunity to capitalize on that craziness. Let's go out to BAM SEC and see if they have any shelf registrations. DJT. Removal from listing, blah, blah, blah. No shelf registrations in there. Shortsqueeze.com, DJT. No information on short squeeze over here. Let me make sure DJT. Yeah, no information over there. Okay, let's go to Market Watch. All right, and this one has a float of 43 million, so that coincides with what we saw over there on Yahoo Finance. Let's check FinViz as well. Float, yep. Nice, nice, nice with high insider owning. See, it's all across everything. BBC, Yahoo. I'm like, bro, it's everywhere. Like, bro, just at least keep your eyes on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the watch. We've looked through some of the floats, but this one I'm not really interested in. SMMT, DHAC, not interested in that one. Nvidia, nothing really for today. It just had a little bit of bounce off of that big fall off. GPS, Gap, not really interested in clothing, retail. And then CISS was the low. Was that a low float? Yeah, that was one of the low floats on today. I really don't know what they do. Let's go look. CISS. And then once the market opens, maybe we'll get something on the scans that'll be a little bit more interesting. CISS has a float of 4.48 million. Let's look at its holders. 23% insider holding. CISS. And like I said, I got scanners for every part of the market now. Small cap, large cap, and mid cap. And I've kind of like boxed in what I look for in each of them in the scanner criteria. Okay, so Sys Inc. reports revenue of 12 million, net income of 3 million, and financial and operating results for the quarter ended March 31st. Sys Inc. Announces the date for the release. Okay, so they got a little bit of revenue. Let's look back a little bit. So this is the newest data from 2 days ago. Let's see what they've been up to. Sys Inc. reports revenue of 12.8 million, net income of 3.8 million, and financial and operating results for the quarter ended March 31st, 2024. And this comes from Athens, Greece, on the 28th, so a couple of days ago. It says a ship owning company providing dry bulk, seaborne transportation services, and from the third, wait, what? How did they jump over? And from the third quarter 2023 tanker transportation. Okay, so they expanded their services and announces today its unaudited financial and operating results for the first quarter ended March 31st. Okay, operational and financial highlights. Our handy-size bulk, dry bulk carriers are on-time charters of short-term durations, producing steady cash flows, while our Aframax tanker operates in the spot market. Okay, I just want to see what they're talking about with money. Okay, so 40,000 per day. Fleet operational utilization. They're using almost the full fleet for 3 months. Revenues 12.8 million for 3 months. 129% increase in daily TCE for 3 months. That's cool and all. What are you doing that's going to affect a lot of people, though? Not really clear on that. Just kind of spouting off different financial things, but like, are you getting investors? What's going on here? Basic diluted EPS during the first quarter. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna focus on DJT for today into the open, and we will see. Let me read some of these comments out here. Good morning, Donnell. Good morning, Mike D, Lori Lee. Welcome to the party. DJT, man, DJT moved it dropped after market from 50 all the way down to 44 and has absolutely recovered all the way back up to 54. So kind of just got eyes on that right now. Hmm, interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and mark out some let's go ahead and look at the larger time frames over here on DJT. So it's been trading since 20. Okay, get rid of that. Oh my goodness, get rid of it. 2021 to now. So about 3 years, 4 years, whatever, 3 years. Um, Looking at what it has done before, got up here to the 90s before it came back down. And this was during all of that time with the DWAC and all of that stuff. But DWAC has merged into DJT, right? So I did not know that yesterday. I got reminded of that. I remember it happening, but I was looking up DWAC and it just wouldn't appear. And I was like, what in the world is wrong? But it's in here. That's why. But looking over at the weekly chart, it has been making its way up for a while. And that new news, we want to see what that new news does. It's already tried to go down, went all the way to the 44s down here during aftermarket. Where did it exactly go? 44, 44 flat is where it went. So let's go change that to 44 flat. And then on the daily chart, we can see now on the daily chart, this is where my ATRs are, how it's been trading. A lot of times I'm looking for it to hit these ATR highs to show that it wants to go up. And we'll see on the open whether that is the case on the new open, if it wants to go and visit those. Right now, the full ATR is $4.36. The calculations that I have here for ATR. So the first one is the basic ATR that pretty much all prop firms and things like that use, which is the ATR divided by 2, and you add that whatever that answer is to the plus side is your ATR high, and then to the downside is your ATR low. Now, what I've done further than that is put the full ATR out. So the top, the very tip top is the full $4.36, or yeah, on this one, it'll be $4.36. And then the bottom, the very bottom is the full $4.36. So if it moves down that much, I'm like, I don't even want it. You know, it's gone. But if it can start tapping the regular ATR, trading between the regular ATR and the top side, oh, I'm like, yeah, this is looking pretty bullish. Let's see if we can get this move up to the top side and take some profit. But yeah, back over here on the 15 minutes, we got about 12-ish minutes until the open. And DJT right now has not broken over 1 million shares traded, but I'm pretty sure on the open it'll be able to break that. Looking back over here on the scanners, and let's see, Dell, SMMT, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that I really see that I really like. Nvidia, I don't really know about. I could trade that one with small share size and just see if it can rip a couple dollars, right? But I don't know. I think DJT is going to take the cake today. It's up 5%, mid cap with plenty of news circulating on it. So I want to see what chat rooms do with it in the first couple minutes. Are they just going to go crazy? Are they going to just dive in there? That's why I don't want to really be a partaker in the first couple of minutes, because I don't want to get crucified out here on Friday. This is the last day of the month. Got to remember that. I got a green month on my hands, green weeks. So I don't want to come into this day and blow up the month, right? You know, so just being very cognizant of where I sit on the month and want to go into next month even better, even stronger, and continue to get these green weeks, green months, whatever. But for the last day, man, I do not want to ruin my month today. No, my max loss per day in a normal trading scenario is $500, but on DJT I'm not risking that much. I'm probably taking way smaller share size. I'm not risking 1,000 shares or nothing like that. Nope. I'm just looking to take part. That's it. I don't need to take a home run. No point. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and put up that disclaimer. Um, so this disclaimer basically is saying, look, trade off of your own knowledge unless you have some type of a certified financial advisor or something like that. Any other things that you see me mark up on the charts here, that's just my opinion. It's all opinionated. You have to draw your own conclusions, draw your own thesis in the market. Um, I literally how I trade is I trust the tools that I have until I can't. Once they start to break down, then I'm like, all right, cool. Either I'm wrong or something is going on that I'm not seeing. So I just get stopped out and I'm done. Usually I aim for 1 to 2 trades a day. But it takes some time because I do enter on the 15 minute. And so that 15-minute entry takes some time to develop sometimes. So I like to be kind of patient. I'm good at just sitting and doing nothing and being and just waiting. And once it sets up, once it shows me the pattern, whatever that pattern is, it could be a spinning top, could be shooting star, could be a dragonfly, could be whatever pattern I want to see. And then I say, okay, well, what's the probability of this pattern causing a reversal? And that's what I look for on the 15 minute. I used to trade the 5 minute, used to trade the 1, 2, all of that, and got crucified. Just hung up on the cross and tatted up. But with the 15 minute, moves are a lot more clear, a lot more stronger. It just takes a lot more patience. That's it. But at this point, 8 minutes left until the open. DJT just kind of taking a pause break now. Some of the things that you may see on my 15 minute, I do have the ATR from yesterday. That was the ATR that I was explaining to you guys earlier. You take the ATR, divide by 2, blah, 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 those 2 points. I like to see a trade in between the ATR highs, in between the real ATR and that high ATR, and kind of show me that it's kind of bundling up for a move up. But that bundling, that kind of showing me that bundling happens with patterns. You got to know a little bit about the patterns to do it, you know. And sometimes the patterns don't resolve. Sometimes you're like, okay, I think that's a bull flag. You get in and it's not a bull flag. It's just the backside of a move and you get dumped on. But your risk management saves you there. It stops you'll get stopped out. Other things that you may see, the volume profile up here in the red is the point of control, where the majority of the trades have been taken during a specific market. These blues are showing you where previous trading has happened. The yellow arrows here are the value areas. So they contain the top 70% of trading during a specific market or during a specific day, right? Top 70%. So if it starts to trade higher, the value level moves higher. If it starts to trade lower, the value level moves lower. And the point of control gets drug around depending on where the price action is. If it's moving lower, point of control will get drugged down. If it's moving higher, it'll get drugged up. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what you're seeing. Also, I got the buy sell indicator down here. Um, Pretty much, I really don't use it that much anymore. Um, because I mean, with the ATR and with the patterns, I just don't really find a whole lot of value in it. Sometimes when it is on a big sale side, I'll be buying. It'll be 100% sale like this, and I'm buying, and then it pops up. So I don't know. Well, a lot of times it's like that when the sellers are kind of in control. That's when I'm buying. But I guess when I first got it, I was using it a lot just to see where the blood was. I like to get in where it's bleeding, and then look for greener pastures on the other side of the trade. Less than 5 minutes to the bell. Mike D says watching VFC. I have not seen that one. VFC. Okay, let's go. So this is a mid cap. VFC up 7%, ATR of 59 cents. So well, it closed yesterday at 59 cents. Don't know what it is today. Might be a little bit higher with this gap. Let's go look in the news. These last 4 minutes we got. VFC. Okay, statistics. Float is 385 million. Insider holding, not heavily held by insiders, so this one may be a little bit more stable. Maybe one that market makers like to kind of trade a little bit. Maybe it's looking a little bit more stable. Let's see what kind of news it has though on VFC. Okay, so they had some. Well, that's news. I'm looking for press releases. VF Corporation appoints Paul Vogel Chief Financial Officer. That news came out on May 22nd. Corporation reports fourth quarter revenue and earnings and exceeds fiscal year 2024 cash flow expectations. VF Corporation announces fourth quarter. Okay, we already read that. GE Vernova and Solventum set to join S&P. I don't even know why that's in here. VF is no longer a representative of the large cap market space. Okay, so it is officially a mid cap. Van Skateboarding and Anthony Van or Vaughn. That's March 25th. They aligned with Engaged Capital and appoints Caroline Brown to the board. What does this company actually do, though? Let's go to profile. We got about 3 minutes to the bell. Description. VF Corporation, together with its subsidiaries, engages in the design, procurement, marketing, and distribution of branded lifestyle apparel, footwear, and accessories for men, women, and children in the Americas, Europe, and Asia Pacific. It operates through 3 segments: outdoor, active, and work. The company offers high performance outdoor apparel, footwear, equipment, accessories, outdoor adventure inspired lifestyle footwear, apparel, and accessories, performance, merino, wool, and other natural fibers based apparel, and accessories. Okay, so I'm not going to continue to say accessories. Let's see. Let's skip on down. Book bags, totes. In addition, the company provides work and work-inspired lifestyle apparel and footwear, a protective work footwear under the Dickies and Timberland Pro brands. The company sells its products primarily to specialty stores, department stores, national chains, independently operated partnership stores, and mass merchants, blah, blah, blah. All right. VF Corporation was founded in 1899. Let's go look at VF. This thing's been trading for a long time. Got charts back from forever ago. VFC. It was once at $103 and has now come down to about $12 and is gapping up on today in consolidation. So on the monthly chart, we can see a little bit of consolidation. We got about 20 seconds into the open. We're about to jump over to DJT and see what's going on in that world. So let's go ahead and get over here. VFC, it does pay a dividend. I see that. That's a dividend paying stock. I'm gonna check that out a little bit more in just a minute. All right, so DJT getting his first 15-minute ATRs. ATR highs up here between 54, 46, and the high up here 54, like around 55s. Right now, it's testing down to the ATR lows. We'll see. Now, this is the way I look at it. Above the highs, I'm thinking bullish. Below the lows, I'm thinking bearish. So I'm gonna give it a first couple of minutes to see if it'll splash through this 52.79 or if it's gonna hold. As you can see, it bounced right there at. And remember, these ATRs stay stagnant, so they stay in the same zone. They don't move like the VWAP. So when they get hit, they're very respected. Got tapped there at the 52.79. You can see right here ATR low, ATR high, 55s, and got tapped and bounced a little bit. But we'll see if it goes ahead and crashes out here. Let's look at the larger time frame as well. So looking over here, let's see. So we got 52.94. We had a big buy up here, 24.28, all the way up to 49.26 on the monthly. Let's see. So under the 50 is looking like it's going to get real sketchy. On the weekly chart, we can see for this to go red, it would have to go all the way back down to the 46. Has a high up here, which is coming up to the 50, 53s. And then above this, I don't really see any bodies up here except for back here where it dumped from at 60 level. On the daily chart, we can see our ATR high. It is pressing away from that ATR high at the 58 30s and away from the 55s. And so at this point, I'm just thinking it's in consolidation on the day because it's not making a choice as of yet to break out of any of these. And I'll go ahead and put this, I'll mark this as the daily high here. Boom. So we'll mark this and change the color. This is our daily high based on ATR. And what is that supposed to be? Daily high 58.12. I just say 15, man. I say 15, whatever. And put that in as green. Then our daily low is right down here on the 40 or the 50, almost 50 even. But I'll just put 49.75 just to, it's just, we're looking for the zone. We're not really looking for an exact number, right? So 40, 49, 50, whatever. All right, so now back over to this chart. We can see the ATR daily low. Oh, I didn't even change the name of it. ATR daily. So daily low ATR. And okay. All right, now we go. Okay. So this is the daily high all the way up here at 50 something. This is the daily low getting slammed towards at this 49.70 level. So that is quite a move downwards. A lot of times I don't like to see that. On my scans. So on the scans, we are picking up some things in the large cap world. ZS. We'll throw that on the watch as a large cap. And then for the small cap, we looked at D-Hack earlier, and I kind of knew it was going to be trash because it could have tricked people up, people thinking it's D-Whack. And so this is what it was looking like. It's kind of in consolidation, not really doing anything right now, kind of dead. But these are some of the things that are showing up on the large cap and small cap scanners. Now, I'm going to get rid of D-Hack off of here because I don't really care about that one. But VS, the large cap, VS taking a huge dump. Why did it take this dump? What is the news on it and why is it up? Is the question. VS, or I said VS, ZS, my bad. Okay, they're presenting at an upcoming investor conference May 17th. That's the most recent press release. What does this company actually do? So it operates as a cloud security company worldwide. The company offers a Zscaler internet access solution that provides workloads, Internet of Things, and OT devices, secure access to externally managed applications. Okay. So basically, a cloud cloud security company. When was it founded? In 2008, in August 2008. Was incorporated in 2007. Oh, it changed its name. Okay. The company was formerly known as Safe Channel Inc. and changed its name to Zscaler Inc. in August 2020 or August 2008. Okay. Interesting. But it is under the ATR. So what I'm looking for is the ATR break higher, and then the hold. This is not a break higher, so that whole move there is gonna be out of my scope. DJT did hit this day this ATR day low back down here to the 49s. So the question is, can it hold up this 49.61, this daily ATR low? But at this point, I'm like, man, I'm thinking this thing is bearish. Yes, the best case scenario, it comes back up and tests maybe the 52s, but on a Friday, on a natural sell-off day, it's very unlikely that it does that, but it could happen. Anything is possible in the market, anything. So I don't really count it off. Let's actually look at some other things that are on the top 50 movers. Lucy is still up here, 39% up. GPS, big dumps just around the market. GPS down. What is Lucy looking like? Lucy is up above the ATRs, but it's only $1 something, so a little bit cheaper, slow float. Sis down, Yang down, Path, PATH, UiPath is up a little bit, up 2%, but other than that, not seeing anything over that 2% that's really getting any traction. I see AMC, but that's nothing to me. Mid cap TNA moving up there, $38, getting up to those ATRs, above those ATRs. It may be something. Let's actually look into that news and see what's going on at TNA. It looks like a small cap, but it's only up 2%. I don't think it's considered a small cap. It may be something else. It does pay a dividend. CRM is another one that is broke out of the ATR high. Up 1% though, almost 2%. On a pullback. I don't know how much more that can go. But CRM, Salesforce, definitely having a little bit of a pop here. Yesterday, let's look back. It had quite a tumble. Okay, so this is kind of like a dead cat bounce on CRM. 2 million shares traded. Let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia testing those ATR lows as well. Went down there and it's getting the best case scenario, popping back up to the lows real quick, and we'll see if it actually can hold. But again, I like to see that ATR break of ATR highs. All right, let's go. Keep going down. DJT all the way red on the day. That one's out of my league. Dell continuing to shuffle down as well. Okay. So just pretty much taking note, looking at the players, the in play stocks on the day, and kind of seeing what they got going on out here. I meant to go to T. Okay, this one, TNA. I'm gonna watch TNA. I don't know what's going on with that one. Let me go look at news on this one. TNA. Oh, this is one of those. Okay. So like I said, this isn't really what we would consider an actual small cap. It's an index almost, or a might be an ETF. I don't even know. Let's look at press releases. I mean, it shouldn't have much, right? Latest news, profiting in small caps, whether they go up or down or remain flat. That's what this is for. Small cap bull, 3x shares. Let's jump over to the higher time frame. And we can see TNA has been consolidating around this $30 level, $40 level for a while and having a pop up on today, but um I don't know about the breakouts on these types. Trading ETFs as a day trade, I really just try to stay away from it. And that's probably why it looks so weird to me on the scans over here. All right, well, I'm going to leave that one on the back burner. Get that one out of here. About to jump back over to VFC here. Not really seeing anything else. So yeah, VFC 2 million shares traded. I see crowd popping up here on the scans now. CRM, crowd, all of these IT companies and things like that popping on the large cap scanner. My mid cap and small cap are looking a little bit dry though. And so we got these four to look at. Oh, VFC is what I want to look at. That dividend is what I want to check out. Okay, VFC. Mr. Q Mason says, what's the name of my indicators? So these are custom built indicators. I made these myself. I coded them in ThinkScript and put them in there. Now, the ones that are not custom that can be found in the base level are the volume profile. In let me pull this up so you can see. Where are you guys? I'm going to studies, edit studies. So this is one that I wrote, ATR, high, medium, low, whatever. The custom, I have customized this volume profile here so that I can see during the day what the changes are. I'll show you that. So in my custom profile, we have the value level. I want this to be 70. I want to change the time per profile to day so I can see where the volume is on the day. It gives me a literally on the side of the screen, on the side of the chart. If you're using TOS, on the side of the chart, it shows you exactly where the price action is as far as how much volume came in at a specific price level. Change this to automatic. Let's see, multiplier 1 on expansion. No. If you put on expansion to yes, it's going to expand the volume profile for whatever the time period that you are watching. So let's say if I'm on a day chart, it expands days and days and days. We don't want that. I want to know what's happening today. Point of control, I have that on there. I like to see that getting drug around. Show the value area. That was the arrows that you saw pointing up or down. The opacity, I kind of like it to be almost see-through on my screen because it kind of, if it's too much, it's too thick. You can't even see the candlesticks under it, or it's over the candlesticks. As far as this, I have my draw as a dotted line. The color is red for the POC. And I don't have a bubble for it because it was just taking up a lot of room. I'd rather see the profile high, profile low, and also the value high and value low as a bubble instead of, and this is how I changed the line to a arrow right here. So you just go up here, value level low. I have it set to up arrow because a lot of times that's a turnaround point or a reversal area. And then the value level high, I have that as down because a lot of times that's a turnaround point and a downwards area. And then the profile low and high is just basically the high and low of any market period. So yeah, that's that. And this is the volume indicator, which I don't really use a lot for the buy and sell indicator. I just don't need it, I guess, that much. I say that much at all, really. I just have it down there. I see it. I see who's winning, especially when I'm already in the trade and I want to know, like, okay, are buyers still coming in? Are buyers? I guess that's the most effective when I'm in the trade, seeing, who's coming in for the most part. And Angel Lit 2 says, what website is this? Now, the website that I was on, okay, so the trading platform, the broker that I'm using is TOS, Thinkorswim, which was bought by Charles Schwab. The websites that I use for market data are NASDAQ.com, Yahoo Finance, Finviz.com, MarketWatch, BAM SEC, the short squeeze. So basically, you can see the percentage of people getting on for shorts and has it increased, has it decreased. And I use the free version. There is a paid version, so I have 20-minute delay, but that's no problem for me because I wait the first 30 minutes before I trade anyway. So I get that data, right before I trade anyway. For trade halts, I use NASDAQtrader.com. You can go to the trade halt scanner and it'll show you all of the halts on the day. And I see Invos is halted right now. DHAC halted, BTBD. Another one I use, that's NASDAQ again, but I use this one, the IPO calendar, to see what IPOs are coming out. Earnings, I use NASDAQ.com as well. I have these all as quick, I have these saved as a quick links in my browser. So literally I just go here, open all, bam, bam, bam. And it opens all of them every morning. So I don't have to go typing them in every single day, blah, 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 right? And so those are the websites that I use to get data. And I kind of cross reference to make sure that things are as accurate as possible, because some people only use one of these. Some people only use two of these. So I use all of them to see the overall sentiment. What was I looking at? Crowd is going down. CRM coming back to that ATR high there and breaking on down. I don't like all of that. It's going to have to get back up there. DJT did halt coming back up towards this ATR low, but could I repress the broker? Angelo Lit says, I've been in stock for a minute, but you are the person that is really showing why you choose what stock you choose, and you're explaining your method. Oh yeah. The thing is, I focus on thesis building before I get into the trade. I want to know pretty much as I can about it before the trade so it makes sense. And when it makes sense, I have confidence behind it. And guess what? If it doesn't work out, my risk management gets me out of there, right? But yeah, DJT opening back up here down on the lows. And we'll see what happens there. Let's look back out here. What's this new small cap critter working as? Oh my goodness, this thing's ugly. VCNX. What in the world is this? Why is it up 27%? It has some volume, but yeah, that thing's on the lows. I don't like that. Dale still diving down. Nasty. All right. So let's see what our new poppers. Lucy still playing around above the ATR high. 107. Not really a huge range. The ATR on this one is 22 cents. And so the way that I calculate my trailing stop, all I do, so for large caps, I just have been recently starting to trade large caps. I've been trading small caps for years. Large caps, just kind of dabbling in there, refining some of the things that I do in small caps, bringing it to large caps and mid caps. For my small caps, I usually use a 25% trailing stop move on the ATR. So let's say if we have an ATR of, I don't know, an ATR of $4. Okay. All I do, I say, okay, we got ATR $4, multiply, and that's if it's a small cap. If it's a small cap, I'm going to multiply that by 0.25 or 25%. And I'm going to be trailing every single dollar. So, until I capture the whole ATR. The reason that I did this is to lower my expectations. A lot of times I was swinging for the biggest move possible, especially when I didn't know about the ATR, swinging for the biggest move possible and then getting nothing when it comes back down and stops me out at break even. So trailing it up, getting that dollar per share in profit, $2 per share in profit, it's like, okay, this is working better for me, just trailing it up. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out with profit, right? Get stopped out with $1 per share, whatever. Now with large caps, I shifted from 25% because that 25%, the expectation was too high for a large cap. Large caps, they're more stable. They don't just, blow up and bam, right? So what I did with a large cap, like let's say if something is $12 per share in the ATR, $12 ATR. With the large caps, I'm doing 5% instead of 25%. Much lower expectations. And basically, I'm multiplying that by 0.05. And I will be moving my trailing stop up every 60 cents. So if it wants to go, I move it up 60 and I lock in 60 cents of profit on a stop out, right? So, I try to let them run, but when I do stop out, I stop out the whole thing. But if it's above my stop out and it's just going, I will just take little bits and pieces of profit off of it. And then for the mid caps, I kind of trying to find an equal point for mid caps between the two, maybe like 10% or something like that for a trailing stop. But yeah, that's it. But Lucy's out here playing around, doing its thing. Let's see if anything else is popping up on the scans. Oh, repeat the broker that I'm using. The broker that I'm using is TOS. TOS, Think or Swim. I messed up. The broker that I'm using is Charles Schwab now. Thinkorswim used to be owned by TD Ameritrade, which was the broker before. They shifted to Charles Schwab, which is the broker that allows us to put the orders in, right? And so Thinkorswim is a super comprehensive free platform. And I like it because I'm a programmer, I'm a coder. I like to get in there and build my own stuff, build my own scanners, build my own indicators, build my own everything. And so I spent a couple of years kind of learning the code and learning the scripts and all of that stuff. And then, I implemented them, especially when I started to kind of narrow down the variables that I'm looking for in trading, Invos popping up here, 146%. Let's go look at Invos. Invos is above the ATR high right now. A little bit cheaper one, dollar and something up there. And these scans that I have, they're looking for things that are over $1. So if you're not seeing things that are 58 cents or whatever, that's why I don't really mess with anything down there. I like to have range. When I get in, I'm looking for, 30, 40 cents to $1, $2 a share. I'm looking to get a payout. I'm not really looking for hyper scalping. I'm not in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm like one trade or two trades. One of these are going to work. After I built my thesis and everything, I'm like, yeah, one of these is going to work. Let's do it. All right. Invos, I don't know. It is above. And so the way that I trade, well, this isn't the price range that I usually trade. Usually I trade above $5. But the way that I trade it is if it's above the ATR high, I trust it until I don't. So if it starts to break it down like it's doing now, I'm waiting for this candle to close under this level to verify that, yes, this thing wants to be a little bit bearish. I wait, and this is the 15-minute chart. So I wait for candles to close because a lot of times when you just react to candle movement, as long as the candle is moving, it's lying. In my book, I'm like, it's lying. It's not even telling me the truth. What is the truth? The only truth that a candle can tell is when it's closed, But right now it's forming a little bit of a doji coming up in here. Doji candle popping back up off of the ATR. And like, think about this. If you had your stop here, at 104, you get stopped out and then it jumps right back up here to 113 because you didn't wait for the candle to close. Now that's not to say that if this candle just starts to just rip downwards, it couldn't stop you out that way. But it's like I like to see those candles close to give me some confidence, to give me some truth in the matter. But yeah. So let's see. Do I also make my buys? Like I know how you said it's your last day in the month, but the buys you make today are the buys you're gonna hold for a month. No, I'm not holding. So this is day trading. I do swing trading and dividend trading where I'm holding something for a longer term. Like for example, let's jump over here to one of my swing trades. So like VOD. So VOD here, I bought when it was at 848, right? 200 shares down at 848. I've been swinging it for quite a while, and I'm up 200 bucks on it, right? And this was a trade that I took. I don't even remember the date I took this trade. But anyway, let me go and look at the higher time frame. I can show you. So I took VOD down here. I saw it do what's called a triple bottom, or you can call this a inverse head and shoulders, where it came down here to 811, had a lower break, but didn't quite break, popped back up. Then it had another stop right above that 811. I took that trade as it when it closed this month, and this is the monthly chart. For my dividend trades, I usually only use the monthly chart for entries. I really don't need anything lower than that. And so I took the trade at 848 and it ripped up here to 956, and I've just been holding. It does pay a dividend. So as I'm waiting, I'm also getting paid the dividend to hold this thing. So this is one of the swings that I had. I do have longer term swings, but for the other thing I'm doing, that's the day trade, the actual in and out. I'm not looking to hold those at all. But let's jump back over to the day trade account and see what's happening with some of these monsters. Invo's doing his thing. Let's look at VS, continue to go down. Not great. VCNC continue to go down. DHAC. Yeah, nothing. All right, so let's go through some of these other ones. Invo's Lucy. Lucy's doing a lot of playing around, but it may be one of those Friday grinders. We'll see. And we like to see it's given multiple indications that it wants to reverse, but it isn't 100% accurate because wow. Well, broke the ATR high there, and wow, it did reverse. So reversed hard on that, hard. But again, this is the price level that I usually trade, and that dump, woo, that was a little bloody there on Lucy. Let's look at Invos. These price level, I've lost the majority of my money that I have lost trading small caps was under 5. Since I've been trading above 5, it's like I'm a new person. It's like, oh man, I'm good. I'm good. But below 5, they're just these dumps, man. I think about it. It's a dollar stock. How many people do you think were taking 10,000 shares on a dollar stock? 20,000 shares. Stupid high amounts of money and risk, and then this thing dumps like this. And now you have to ask yourself, it's Friday. It is the last day of the month. It is a natural sell-off day. What is the probability of you getting your a exit back up here where you entered? It's like, I don't know. I like to kind of measure my probabilities before I get in the trade. Let me read some of these other ones. Angel said, can I check Amazon? For sure. Let's go check Amazon. If I can type. Amazon. I just went to the wrong thing. All right, Amazon. Taking a nice little dip down here. Let's go look at the larger time frame first. I don't really like starting on the 15 minute. I like to see what the monthly is doing up here. So we had a previous level of resistance of the 175 zone, 174 down here to 150s. It actually started to break this level. So the question is, can it hold 175 for higher, or is it going to go ahead and break back into this zone here? Where's my zone? This zone here, right here. Is it going to hold out of this zone? I don't know. It may not. I don't know. We have to see. Looking on the daily chart, we can see how it did come down here and form what looks like a slight pin bar in here. Let me change the opacity to this. Can I change? No, rectangle. Can I change the color? I can change the color. I don't know if I can change the opacity. No, 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 no. I don't see it. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you get the idea. Let me remove this. And there was a little pin bar here. Sometimes I have to do this as well. Go to edit studies. And where is it? I want to not show this study for a while. And apply. Okay, so now we can see without the ATRs in there. This was a little bit of a fall down in here at the 167 and then a pump right back out of this level back up. So I'm wondering, is it going to break and verify that it wants to go down, or is it going to hold out of these levels? Maybe fill this gap right here that it left between the 174 back up to the 175s. Maybe fill that gap and come back out. But I don't know. That's all speculation. I don't know if it has any recent news. Does it have a reason to get bought out of there is the other question. So let's go look at Amazon real quick. Amazon, let's see. So let's go to our press releases. I know they probably already did their earnings. Amazon announces Grubhub Plus as an ongoing Prime member offer. Customers can now order Grubhub directly from Amazon and the Amazon shopping app. That was a day ago. AWS and SAP unlock new innovation with generative AI. I've been hearing generative AI for, it's been becoming bigger and bigger. And I've been talking to several engineers about getting some of that done on some of the websites that I've created. It's just a great. I mean, it takes so much work off of me. Back in on a website, coding and all of that. I would just love to have a reporting system that can give me some more insight into what's going on the website without me having to go and dive into it. United Natural Foods extends distribution partnership with Whole Foods Market to 2032. That was on May 21st. So they do have tits and bits of better and better, or I say better and better, but good news coming out in little droplets. So Amazon definitely is one to watch as more and more good news comes out. And that's what I kind of like to see with these large caps. It doesn't have to be one big good catalyst. It just needs to be good. Just a system of good news coming out on them. I like that. AI data center power requirements increasing demand for critical materials like copper and uranium. Okay. CrowdStrike AWS extends strategic partnership. That was on May. So all of this is this month, and we're seeing just a trickle of good news. So I like it. I think it's it is still bullish in thesis, but you also have to watch and see where a good buy point would be for this. Where's a zone that you'll be willing to buy and say, hey, here's my risk reward. Let's say if I buy at 175, I don't want to see it drop below 170. That's a $5 risk, right? I don't know how much size you'll be taking there, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to lose a whole bunch, right? If you're taking a $5 per share loss, you don't want to have 3,000 shares of this thing, right? But yeah, Amazon looking very bullish there. Let's jump back over to the scans real quick. I just realized it is 9 o'clock. Usually I stream until 9. I jump off and I go into my regular daily meetings and things like that. I do not day trade as like full time, I guess. I do have a day job. I work in IT, work with computers, building stuff and programming things and learning and doing cybersecurity and that kind of thing. But um, I like taking profit out of the market. You know, I trade usually 2 hours a day from 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to 11 Central Standard Time. Then I go to lunch. I'm like, okay, that's it for today. And you know, I get the rest of the work that I need to get completed out of the way. So you know, but yeah, looking through AW or Amazon, definitely looking bullish. As far as the chart pattern right now, you may want to wait to some kind of consolidation. Unless you're looking, you see a pattern that can complete some other type of way, whether it's kind of like a quick reversal. But a lot of times with Amazon and things like that, they don't do quick reversals. They have a little bit of consolidation that can give you some time to think about your entry. But yeah, Invos falling back under $1. We see BNRG up 22%. It's above the ATRs there with 6 million shares traded on it. Don't know what the news is on that one. But DJT was definitely a disappointing one, coming down here under the daily ATR low and finding it as some resistance there. Even if it does get back above it, it's like it's Friday. I mean, this thing's already started fading. Let's look through these other ones real quick. CRM, trash, coming down. Crowd, garbage. VFC was one that was called out earlier, and it is still holding up. This is a dividend stock, so it should, it should be a little bit more safe, right? I like VFC. Did I check out the dividends for that one? I don't even think I did. VFC dividends. So I use NASDAQ for dividends to see what their dividend history is. Oh, I didn't flip y'all over here. Okay, well, anyway, if you come out you come out here, put in whatever stock that you're looking for, and it'll bring you to this page. You'll click, and you can come and check the dividend history here. So I like to see how stable the dividend history is. This one does a dividend of 36 cents per year. That's about a 2% yield. And so it started dividends back in 1995 with 34 cents. And so 38, 34, 20s, 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 55. Wow, that took a jump around that 2008 drop, huh? That took a real jump. 60 something cents, 70, 80, 32, 40s. I wonder what caused them to decrease their dividends so radically. Because that's a big drop from 50 cents, 30 cents, 9 cents. That's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But, maybe it's because it's cheaper than it's ever been. Looking out here on the daily, or not ever been, it's been cheaper down here to $1, but it's definitely in a level of on the monthly chart. Let me make this bigger. Expand this. On the monthly chart, this level right here that is re-entered between, where's my drawing tools? I want to draw a price level here. The levels between here, $15 and down here to 10. So between 15 and 10 is where it's at right now. And I can completely understand why you'll be entering in this level, this zone. And this is even a level of resistance back here during 1998 right here. So I can understand why you're getting in here. Absolutely. So maybe it'll increase the price. Maybe it'll be able to get back up. But I think this was the retail one we looked into that does the apparel and stuff. So a lot of wholesalers and retail folks, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to go. I know a lot of things went and moved to digital online marketing with stores like Amazon and things like that. So I don't know how they're going to continue to really be profitable with all of the competition online. especially with things like, cheap stuff like Temu and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Next week on Wednesday, I'm not gonna be streaming. Usually I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That next Wednesday I'm gonna be out of the office doing work. So yeah, definitely don't be looking for me on Wednesday. But Monday and Friday I'll definitely be streaming. If I'm around and still breathing, I will be streaming. But anyway, yeah. Let me look through these chats one more time. Um, so he says, Angel says, well, look, I know I'm asking a lot, but could you tell us when you should buy and when you should sell? So buying and selling it is a it is something that you don't want to do without the previous knowledge or previous data points. Like I'm big on data. I like data. I like collecting the numbers of my buys and sells overall. And then we're getting a mid cap popping up here real quick. Let me see what this is real quick. I keep coming back, man. I gotta stop looking at the market. I got a mid cap popping up here, AMBA. I don't know what it is, but yeah, buying and selling, you need data. You need to size down if you're planning on trading for yourself. Size down or go into a simulator. What I mean by size down is literally take one share if you're going to trade with real money. Or you can go into a simulator. TOS offers a simulator. So this button right here, on demand, I can hit this button and I can actually go into I can go back in time. So I can go back to any date and I can pick a particular instrument, whatever the ticker is, whatever the name is, pick a date, pick a time, and I can trade that with the on-demand function of TOS. So if you're looking for something to back test, this is a good thing to have. You can go back and really back test a strategy. But the thing is, you don't have to build a strategy. Most strategies are already built. It's about getting a strategy, learning a strategy, and then tweaking it to what you like. You can waste a whole lot of time trying to build a strategy from scratch. Yeah, for real. You just get a strategy. And a lot of them, I follow several different trading communities and things like that, and a lot of times they put out great information about different strategies. The actual details, a lot of them are in books. You just got to get books. I know for a while I was reading some books from the $1 Million Margin Club about different strategies that they had, and I kind of took their large cap strategies and tweaked them for small caps. And so, it's the same strategy, but it's just some tweaks of the variables. So I didn't have to waste so much time trying to build a strategy. But anyway, I got to get out of here. My Insta, I rarely use Insta. I mean, you can hit me up on YouTube. Now, right now, I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I think the links are in the description as well. Kick. Boy, I'm going blank. Gee whiz. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Okay, so and I'm HH Trader on any of those. Kick, Twitch, Twitter. So yeah. I named all of them. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. And I'm HH Trader on any of them. You can type it in and it'll find me. But yeah, that's the stream for today. And as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're going to continue to trade, definitely keep your head on the swivel. And I will see you guys Monday. I'm guessing it's not a holiday. If it's a holiday, then you won't see me. But if it's not a holiday, I will be streaming. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.